I was at a rainbow gathering in South Carolina. This particular gathering was being held in a pine forest. And if you don't already know, nothing grows in a pine forest. You walk along a dark forest stepping on dried out pine needles with no weeds or grass or anything like that. But there was this one spot where the branches moved aside and let the sunshine hit the ground. There was green grass and green moss growing. There was this rectangle on the ground you could tell used to be the foundation of a house. The house had totally deteriorated in nothing, but you could still see the imprint of the foundation on the ground. And there was this huge round rock. You could tell by the way the ground had been trodden around the rock that some animal had walked in a circle around this rock over and over again, presumably to grind down grains into flour. And we found these clay bricks. Somebody obviously made these bricks by hand. They were not commercial bricks. And we decided to take these bricks and use them to make the loving oven. We laid the bricks in a trough, put an oil drum on top, caked it with mud and dirt to create an earthen oven, built a fire in the trough, and then it'll heat up whatever you put in the oil drum. Now, when the Rangers found out what we had done, they were mad. They wanted to know who desecrated federal property. Who are we to rat out one of our brothers? I didn't see anything. Did you see anything? I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing. But they were mad. They launched an investigation. It was dark out. There had to have been about 3 bliss fires around this oven. Everybody's sitting around hanging out, chit-chatting. This beautiful Native American sister, she was pumping out just rack after rack after rack of some of the best zuzus I've ever tasted. Cookies, cakes, pastries, just delicious stuff. And the Rangers were there. They had their arms crossed. They're staring us down. They're watching this. They want to know who stole the bricks. And we're just sitting there, just, living life, enjoying this beautiful moment. I was sitting on a log right next to the Rangers talking to this beautiful sister. I don't know who she was. I've never seen her again in my life, but we had this beautiful interaction while our paths crossed. And there had to have been at least 100 people there. And the forest rangers are staring us down. Now, they're not allowed to eat our food. We could lace it with drugs. It could be poisoned. It's forest ranger regulations. You're not allowed to eat the food. But they're staring us down for the longest time. When finally one of them says to the other one, he says, one bite wouldn't hurt us. Not one bite. We could have one bite. One bite wouldn't hurt us. Every head in the camp turned to stare at these rangers. What'd he say? My eyes popped. My jaw dropped. Did he just say that? That beautiful Native American sister, she was glowing. She was smiling from ear to ear. She comes forward with a tray of brownies. The ranger picks one up. He smiles. He nods. He says, thank you. The other one does the same. Delicious, delicious. This is delicious. Now, who am I to rat out one of my brothers? All I'm going to say is not one person at that camp had just one bite that night. I've been telling this story for 20 years now. And every time I tell it, I tell the moral of the story. Wars may be fought on the battlefield, but they're won and lost in the kitchen. Peace starts at the dinner table. And just so you know, when we were done, we returned the bricks to the forest. Nothing was desecrated. Thanks for watching. When I get back, I want to tell more stories from the rainbow gatherings.